Body bags were horror lies.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 9 here on Body Bags. I am your host Moodz616 and thank you once again for stopping in. Alrighty, so week 9 here and continuing on with October theme month, and the 5th and final theme of the month is Halloween week. It is now November 3rd when you are watching this, hopefully. So it's a couple days past Halloween, but it's just the way the days worked out, like JP stated in his review. Yeah, so Halloween week. Lots of films to choose from. I wanted to revisit this one. I've seen this movie a couple times, and, you know, actually quite like it. It's called Halloween Night. This movie was put out in 2006 by The Asylum. Now, when I first picked up this movie back, a while back, I didn't even know it was put out by The Asylum, so I was a little worried when I popped the movie and I read that on the back. I thought for sure this shit was going to be, like, CGI to death and just garbage, but to my amazement... So, yeah, getting into the plot of this one, it's a plot that is very similar to a lot of films, one in particular. Basically what happens in this one, the movie starts out in 1982 with the backstory about Christopher Vale. He was burnt as a young boy, and his family ends up getting killed. So the state sends him to like a mental institution. For basically they're accusing him of the murders of his family and stuff. So, 10 years pass, and now has broken out. He's killed a couple not inmates. He's killed a couple guards, and after 10 years of being tortured and ridiculed and in this institution, he's basically gone in fucking sane now. So he's broken out, and he's made his way back to his house. Where he originally grew up. So, and of course, on his way there, or, upon reaching his house, it has been overtaken by, some teenagers and stuff, and they are having a Halloween party there. A big ass fucking party. And of course, Christopher Vale shows up there, and some shit goes down. So, my thoughts on this one. Now, the storyline is not original at all. It's basically Halloween, A dude breaks out of the mental institution, makes his way back to his house, starts fucking... Yeah. So, it's very similar to Halloween. Now, my thoughts on this one, with a simple premise like that, I thought, fuck, this movie's just going to be terrible. But to my amazement, I was really actually quite surprised with, first off, the effects in the film. I thought everything was going to be CGI. Nothing was CGI in this. It was all practical effects. The kills weren't, outstanding, but they weren't bad at all, And the body count's pretty decent, too, for a slasher film. And you got some pretty good, the movie's shot digitally, but it's actually shot pretty well, considering all things. I was actually quite impressed with it, to be honest. But, you've got the characters that make up this film. You got some likable ones, and you got some some not so likable ones. It's very kind of cliched in that aspect. At least everyone isn't hateable. You don't hate everybody in this film. Now, there's a scene in this movie at the Halloween party where they pull off this crazy prank. I kind of really enjoyed that scene, and I really liked the fact that Christopher Vale, on his way, to find his house where he grew up, he actually kills a dude that's on his way to the party and takes his costume. So when he arrives at the party, everyone thinks it's, their friend. And I really like that aspect because he's just kind of hanging out in the party and no one really suspects a thing. Obviously, it goes on way too long before people finally realize who the killer is. But, at first, it kind of works. Theoretically, if you were expecting your buddy to show up as a fucking gladiator or whatever, and he had the right body style and stuff, you wouldn't know any different. So I kind of like that aspect of the killings and stuff. Of course they eventually find out that Christopher Vale grew up in this house and that, this is what's happening and shit like that. But, You know, one thing that really did bug me about the film was the fact that, you know, Christopher Vale was apparently like a burn victim. His makeup kind of makes him look like he's a fucking zombie. Like, the makeup is so over the top and kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't really take anything away from it. It's pretty entertaining. The acting is not as bad as I originally thought. When I first watched the movie, I was like, wow, the acting is really shitty, but, you know, upon multiple viewings of it, it's actually not as bad as I originally thought. So, you know, that kind of helps, but, you know, such a generic storyline. You know, this one's really just for hardcore slasher fans that just want to be entertained. And that's really what it comes down to. You know, it's got pretty average kills, maybe a little above average. I do give him props for doing all practical effects and stuff. I thought that was really nice and well done. So, but, you know, it's definitely fun. If you like Halloween-themed films and you like slasher films, this one's definitely for you. If you're not a big fan of slasher films, stay away from it. It's pretty generic in that aspect. But like I said, generic doesn't always mean that it's not entertaining. This one's definitely entertaining. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it just a 5.5 out of 10 kind of deal. You know, I can't go too much higher. It's not great or anything, but it does keep my interest. I enjoy it. Some of the girls are really hot. There's a really funny scene actually in this one with the two lesbians who pretty much give up the biggest fights to the killer Christopher Vale. I think it's absolutely hilarious how he just overpowers everybody in the film, and then all of a sudden he can't take on these two little lesbians. I thought that was fucking hilarious, but yeah, you know, overall it's a pretty fucking fun movie. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's a fucking slasher movie. People party, people drink, people fuck, people die. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, anyways, hope y'all had a good Halloween. I definitely did not have a good Halloween. I worked 12 hours, got home at 12 o'clock at night. I did top off my night with watching The Conjuring for the first time, which I thought was actually fucking really good. I'm not too sure what other people's thoughts are on that one, but I fucking thought it was really good. But anyways, Sunday, cheers. And go Bills. Right, Scotty? Go Bills. Alrighty, so I'm out of here. Week 9. Be back next week with Theme Week. It is films from 1989. So be on the lookout for that. Alrighty, guys. Moodz616 signing off. Peace out, homies.